Good afternoon.
Someone once said, not going back home is already like that. I don't know if all of you have a special place that you go home in. I don't mean just a house that you live in. I mean a home to which you relate and feel attached to, no matter how old you are and no matter where you go in life. I'm going to share with you a story that happened on this day, May 26, 10 years ago. I bet some of you are thinking, oh no, he's going to tell another story about the day he woke up with a weird disease and he couldn't sneeze anymore. I don't know. No, this is a normal story. For those of you who don't know, I come from a small village in the south. Both of my parents come from the same village. They are related. Before the year 2000, when the Israelis were still occupying most of the south, going there was a nightmare. We didn't have a house there yet, so we used to stay at my grandparents' house, which was facing an Israeli military base. You would go on the balcony and see the Israeli soldiers walking around in the base. We used to sneak our way into the village every Saturday night in the dark, so the soldiers wouldn't see us. I would stay awake all night because of the sounds of bombs and guns. On Sunday, we basically hang out in the house doing nothing as the planes hovered over our heads, making that horrible noise, just like a predator waiting to make its move. We would wait for the darkness to fall on Sunday evening so we could sneak our way back and head home. I never understood the point of those trips. I used to fight with my parents every Saturday as we prepared to go there, trying to figure out why would someone leave the safety of his home in Beirut and risk his life to go somewhere where he would have no fun, do nothing productive, and still do it week after week. They always told me I was too young to understand. As we approached the month of May in 2000, signs of the defeat of the Israeli army started to show. And so began the countdown to the day where the South would be finally free. The excitement on my parents' face as they watched the news every night in anticipation was beyond words. And then came May 25. Do you guys remember how you felt that day? Whether you are from the South or not. Oh my God, the excitement, the overwhelming joy, the pride. On Friday 26th, I went to school and I remember everyone was happy. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. Everyone was smiling and cheering. It was a bit weird, but it was so nice. I came back rushing home at noon. Yeah, the school gave us half the day off. So nice of them. We shouldn't have gone in the first place. So I came back home and found my parents packed and ready to go. It was the first time I was excited to go there. And when we got to the village, it was unbelievable. Everyone was cheering and dancing, throwing rice at the Lebanese army tanks that were headed towards the south. Everyone was hugging each other. I got hugged by people I've never met in my whole life, but it was creepy but nice. Everyone was saying, "Welcome back home." Right there, I realized that this is going to be a second home for me. But I also understood that this has been my parents' first and dearest home all along. I understood why going there every weekend was the best time of the week for them. For them, it was coming back home from the place where they spent the rest of the week just making a living. And while I had trouble sleeping because of the bombs and the guns, they were having a better sleep than they did in Beirut. Spending Sunday all day doing nothing was for them just like any one of us who has a day off and relaxing at home. And you all know how good that feels. For them, this trip was about coming back home, to check out the place where they grew up, where they had their first steps, their happiest memories, where they met each other. And they wouldn't trade that feeling of a lot of people that lost their children for this land, laughing and cheering and singing, forgetting the horrible pain of losing a child. I understood why those children, their children, those young men died for this land. Because not going back home, it's just like that. It was about pride. It was about honor. It was about home. And that's why it was worth it. Thank you.